the circular 475-degree orbit as intended. As Chairman was mentioning, the activity for us starts now. The vehicle has given a small delta V by delaying the second satellite separation by about 3 seconds, and this will about 10 meters per second rate, this distance will grow, and we are expecting by tomorrow evening the two satellites will get separated by about 20 kilometers. At this point, we will start using the onboard propulsion system on one of the two satellites to arrest the drift, so that we maintain a 20-kilometer distance between the two satellites, and like twins, they will be going around in the same orbit with the same speed. We have to wait for 4 days for the appropriate sun orientation for the docking to happen, because in this orbit, the sun is going
अब तक कहाँ थे तुम? एक चमक में दिल पे काबू करने वाले, कहाँ थे तुम?
हजारों साल से कोयले में कैद तुम्हारा नाम पुकार रहा था।
मेरे दिल में कभी न भरने वाली ख्वाहिश लाने वाले, अब तक कहाँ थे तुम?
हीरों के पहलू हजार, हर पहलू में बेशुमार प्यार। इंद्रिया डायमंड्स, आदित्य बिरला ज्वेलरी।
पापा ने कहा इंजीनियर बनो, बन गया। हस्बैंड बनो, वो भी बन गया। पर मूर्ख बनो तो कहा ही नहीं। देखिए, नकली पेमेंट का एसएमएस, कहते हैं पापा का उधार लौटा रहे हैं, फिर बोलेंगे गलती से ज्यादा पैसे भेज दिए, बेटे बाकी के पैसे वापस कर दो। आज्ञाकारी बेटा हूं, मूर्ख नहीं हूं। याद रहे, यूपीआई सेफ है, मगर कोई ऐसे बेवकूफ बनाए तो कहो मैं मूर्ख नहीं हूं।
Going to be used to minimize the propellant consumption, but achieve the required movement between the two satellites without actually deviating too much away, so that the sensors do not lose a line of sight among these two. It is a very innovative way this has been done, and once we reach 3 kilometers, the final 3 meters, the final guidance algorithm will be initiated, which will be a constant velocity PV guidance, it is called. With the constant velocity of about 10 millimeters per second, the chaser satellite will go and enter into the target satellite. This will be detected by another sensor on board the satellite, which will initiate the docking sequence inside the two satellites. So with the initiation of this sequence, the latches will be released, and the clamps on both sides will try to grab each of the satellite, so that from both sides the satellite will try to hug each other, and once they hold each other together, the ring which has been extended on the chaser satellite will be retracted, so that the target satellite will be pulled towards the chaser satellite, and the two satellites will become as a single unit. And here the rigidization will be carried out. That means that you require a minimum force of more than about 25 Newton to even give a small separation between those two satellites. So the two satellites will get rigidized, and then the initiation of the power transfer mechanism will be done, where we will transfer power from satellite 1 to satellite 2. This will be used to power a heater in the satellite 2, which will demonstrate to us that the power transfer has indeed taken place, and that will also be seen on that day of the docking itself. After this, the combined two satellite composite will be controlled by the control system of one of the satellite. This is also an important new requirement enabling technology for future, where we go and dock it to the International Space Station, like that our Bharatiya Antariksh Station, or any other two satellite. When we are docking together, we should be able to control the entire composite with only one control system. That is going to be demonstrated. Then the two satellites will get separated and move away so that the independent payload operations will happen. So this is the sequence of activities. We are hoping that we will achieve this docking by the 7th of January in forenoon. All systems working well and all our logics working as per our plan. This is the sequence of activities. The SPADEX mission itself is a demonstration of the tenacity of our teams, because as the chairman mentioned, this work as a thought experiment started in around 1989, and at that time nobody thought that this is required for us, but the tenacity is seen, so that finally when the project was approved in 2016, we have realized this over several years, developed several test beds for validating the mechanism as well as the docking sequence, the sensors. Large amount of work has been done. It has been a combined effort of so many people across the ISRO centers as well as industry. And as project director already mentioned, this is also one of the trailblazer for our industry involvement in the satellite integration and testing. So far, large satellites have not been realized in the industry by themselves. This is the first time these two satellites have been integrated and tested in the industry, and we hope that this is going to be the first of several such satellites which will be done by the industry on their own. That is what we all wish. And once again, let me thank the PSLV team for providing a perfect launch, because a good start is half the work done. So that has happened now. The good start has come, and I'm sure our teams right now at Bangalore tracking the satellite and preparing for the next operations are going to be busy for the next few days. Thank you very much for your patience, for hearing me the whole thing, and wish you all the very best for very, very happy new year, because this year started on a bang with the ExpoSat launch, again by PSLV on January 1st, and we are ending this year almost on the last day of the year with another PSLV launch with the SPADEX, which is a technology mission. What else we can ask for when we are working in a technology organization? And this is our gift, New Year gift to the nation, Indian nation. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. What I need to say that already has been told by Shankaran. I won't prolong. So with me, my team, especially the directors of all centers are here. To save time, I am not requesting each one to speak, but their contribution in providing the systems for the rocket as well as the satellites is really important. Their leadership for building the very resilient, innovative team. And specifically today, I would like to thank each one of you for your contribution and work, and that is what is left behind for us to accomplish the docking mission as well. But very important point which I would like to speak and then conclude, we are waiting for the PS4 stage to change its orbit. It will be happening any moment. We are in the data non-availability zone. We will get soon the confirmation, and the whole night we will be watching that part. But we won't keep you waiting for it. We will get to know about it tomorrow morning. The orbit of the PS4 stage will change to 350 kilometers, where the POEM payloads will be initiated. Based on the ground commands, each of the payloads will be tested. There are very interesting payloads on board, which many of you would have already read from our websites about the robotic activities, as well as many of the interesting life science related payloads as well as propulsion related payloads in the poem. So we have the teams from many startups, industries, academic institutions enabled by InSpace to be brought to the poem. There are 10 payloads from NGEs, and there are around 11 payloads from ISRO centers testing various technologies. And would wish that all of them go very well. And that is a work for us in the new year 2025 to see all of this happen, including the docking. So I will say goodbye to you at this moment from the control center at Satish Dhawan Space Center, and wish you a very happy new year 2025. In 2025, we will have many missions. To start with, we have the mission of GSLV launching the NVS-02 in the month of January. So when until we announce that mission, let me say good night and bye from Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. Thank you.